That sucked. It like froze. I was still talking because it was still on, but it froze. I don't know if you can hear me when it froze.
A fire here, igniting things that don't serve you anymore. They're
Yeah,
pushing
you could still hear me.
things go so that you can get into your chariot.
On my side, it was like
action and have
that was in my hand going.
is also here. So like I said, you're coming. It's just like you're feeling that effect.
I'm alive. I'm sorry, I didn't know you could actually hear me. Oh, could you hear me? No, you couldn't hear me at the end, could you? No. How long did it go off?
It's just like you're feeling that effect, you're feeling that energy. And I definitely would expect some sort of communication or just a lot of synchronicity with birds that's letting you know you're on the right track, you're in the divine masculine energy. This is, yes, sun, divine masculine, pride, radiant. So be adaptable, and well, be adaptable. Adaptable was in the last card, and adaptable was in this card. So just try to adapt to whatever's going on and see yourself as aging with the fine line. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys could actually, I would have stayed on if I knew you could hear me, but when I looked at it, this is all I could see, like, on my side, and it was going, it was all twitchy, and the comments were just saying it froze, so I ended it, but, Rick was done, so that's good. Hello. Hello, Chris. Hello, Rick. So, Rick, I think you heard your message. You didn't get to, like, see it, but you heard it, and basically it was very similar cards were coming through. Anything that I was talking about was like you kept getting a lot of the birds and things like that. And I know Jenny was wanting a reading. Jenny had messaged me before we started, and I know she was open to receive. So I will do Jenny next. I know that it was Rick and then Jenny. I don't know if anybody else was there before or after or whatever, but I'll just go in the order that we're having here after I do Jenny. So Chris is in here. Hello, Elva. How are you? Thank you, Rick. All right. So Jenny was open to receive. Is Jenny here? Jenny? I can't message her because compass is a symbol for my person. Perfect. Well, it's good that you knew that the compass was there. I saw the compass a couple times. Jenny is at 2:40 from the start of the second time. All right, so Jenny is always open to receive. Let's see what Jenny needs to know at this time. We've got Mercury, the magician, and it says now I'm going to be like all nervous, like looking at this thing, like, is it working? All types of communication, ideas, thought processes, manifestation, magician. So I feel like you're the magician at this time. Hello, how are you? And I feel like you're in the power right now to change things. You're ready to break free from stuff that you were stuck within. There's strong emotions. There's desires that are ready to be unbridled and motivated towards moving towards something that is going to be exciting and exhilarating. So transforming things. And as I look over here, I see the 8 of water, which is like, walking away from the stuff that's just not emotionally fulfilling, walking into better days, releasing what doesn't serve, emotionally unfulfilled, ready to walk away and letting go of all of that so that you can transform and become manifestation of things. And then, tree, grounded, fertility. So personal growth, past lives, evolving. You're healing, you're growing, you're evolving, you're learning. You're very fertile at this time for a new beginning, personal growth, and all of that. And then with the owl, it says, see through the facade, secrets are lifted, insights, wise, aware, observant, exploring the unknown. I feel like you're starting to see through the bullshit. You're seeing, like, the secrets are lifted. You have new insights. You have a new perspective. You're breaking free from the ball and the chain, the things that were holding you back, like unhappily marriage, right? Like dating again, exploring again, meeting new people, finding new love, letting go of the heaviness and the codependency that was keeping you from moving forward with the freaking ship here. You're going places. It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be swift. You're going to have a good time. And you're taking that next level commitment to yourself as well. And then the catalytic nights, getting things done. Yeah, I feel like this new connection that's in your life is it going to be igniting a lot of things, but also like the new opportunities in career is igniting a lot of new things. The efforts that you have, you're torching, you're sparking the flames, you're getting things done that may have been kind of held off for too long. And something fell on the floor. It's public venues, societies, audience, a date. Yeah, look, a date. So it's like you went on the date, you're having a good time, you're meeting this new person, you are going to new venues, you're meeting new people. Like there's events that are going to be coming up, exciting things, new communication, new information, writing. So I feel like this is basically just a time of new commitment, of new connection, of new agreements, of new contracts, a new partnership. You're committing to like continuing and moving away from the things that just weren't working out for you. So your wishes can come true, and you're gonna like, look, you saw the bunnies the other day. This is a new beginning for desire, sex and procreation, fertility, multiplying, a sudden increase, being blessed, your dreams, you're being inspired, and you're taking off the mask, no longer fooling yourself or staying stuck. You're not going to conceal and stay in a place that doesn't serve you anymore. You're not going to be isolated anymore. You're not going to be blocked from the beauty that can be. And I feel like you're coming out of a time of like just isolation or stagnancy, of clouded thoughts and just not really knowing where you're headed. You got the true north here, and you're finding your way, communicating with right people, right places, right opportunities. You're expanding social media, networking, marketing. You're getting exposure, and you're going to see a longevity, like a more mature connection, a more developed connection, and it may lead you to, commitment, long-term commitment. I know, Jenny, I'm reading you right now. So from 2:40 to now is your reading, Jenny. I'm sorry the other one got cut off, and then I just came over, and I didn't want to like put you off because you were there first. But you're coming home to where you belong, to your roots, to your comfort, to your safety. You're going to be building traditions, like I said, walking away from things that no longer serve you, walking away from ideas that no longer serve you, taking the mask off, and realizing like you don't have to be standoffish, you don't have to be solo, you don't have to be estranged and lonely. You're making memories, you're making magical new events happening in your life. This is an omen, so pay attention to like the birds and the crows, just like with Rick there. Be adaptable and inventive, just like he had that message come through as well. I feel like there's going to be an increase in opportunities for you, and a new partnership is here for you, where you're going to feel like that alliance, that commitment, that closure to the old stuff that wasn't working out, and becoming more traditional and like, happy, supportive, getting rid of like the old programming and the old way of being, and just going towards what's going to work for you, so that you're not in a conundrum anymore, so that you're not being like strung along in situations that were just tying you up and blocking you in all areas of your life. So you're going to see victory because you're finding where you truly belong, and you have the solutions. You got the key in your hand right now to make these choices and to take these actions that are going to be like clever in fixing everything around you, because you know your value, you know your worth, you know that waiting around for things that don't work, or waiting around for things that don't move, won't ever get you there. So yeah, you're going to have proposals, romantic proposals, chivalry, grace, charming, these invitations. It's just gonna, I feel like this is the spark of something new that's going to continue to keep going. And anything that was like conflicting in the energies because of the old stuff that was hanging on for too long is letting go. You're now in the chariot. This is your wheel of fortune time too. This is your favor spinning into a better destined outcome. Yeah, you're coming into like your legal matters, consequences, cause and effect, life lessons are all balancing out into a time of justice and balance, because you're the magician. This was the first card you got in the other deck, was like being the magician, transforming what no longer serves, and now having a time of celebration, going to social gatherings, having good times together, artistic pursuits and parties. So I feel like just in general, this is going to be good for you. And yeah, look, we got the two of water, or the two of cups. So this is divine partners, in sync, mutual attraction. I feel like this person's going to show you what you've been missing out on. This person's going to show you like that you are beautiful, that you do deserve the four of wands type of energy. Anything that you were like, any depression, any boredom, any lack of motivation, any dissatisfaction, I feel like you've intuitively known that I've got to let all these things go and embrace this new stuff so that I can be emotionally connected yeah, intuitively and psychically, you know that this is what's going to lead you to that transformation. And the Three of Pentacles is like teamwork, learning, co-management, collaboration. So you found the right person to work together with. You found the right person that will be your Four of Wands. Finding home within yourself, achievement, a personal mini goal, conquering self-doubt. So it's like you figured that out, and that's what's leading you to this place. Like you figured out, like you were blocking yourself. You found the strength to recover the broken heart and to put yourself back out there. So your confidence is rising, your beliefs are changing, your persuasion to yourself and others is shifting. You're going into a time of letting go and reconciling, forgiving and healing, but feeling optimistic and hopeful about the future now because you're being treated well, and you will continue to feel that way. You have freedom, success, optimism, happiness, positivity, warmth, vitality, truth, and fun with the Emperor. He's an established authority man. He's got stability. He's got father energy. He's protective, and he's going to help you to embody that Nine of Pentacles, single, sexy, confident, pre-Empress energy, sophisticated, satisfied, that freedom, and no more like just staying stuck or being like, you know, waiting on something that just wasn't serving. Yeah, supportive community, security, the return of love, the homecoming, that stable, joyful celebration, the stable union. This is going to be a good, I think this is going to be a good thing for you. This person, I feel like they have, as long, you know, as long as you keep yourself in check too. Like, don't do any of that crazy self-sabotage shit. Don't get all wibbly wobbly. Sometimes we do that just out of what we've been through in our lives, or what, like when somebody's so nice and they do all the right things, sometimes we get a little silly about it and we're like, this person's too good for me, or they're boring because they're so nice, or he's just too nice. I don't think you'll do that this time, but yeah, just don't let your anxiety and shit like sabotage it. I feel like he has a lot of maturity. He's not going to play games with you. You know, just keep healthy boundaries, maintain faith and determination. But I feel like this is something that's going to be good for you. It's going to bring out that youthful energy in the both of you. It's idealistic. It's like love offers, romance, sensitive, spiritual. It's a good thing that's meant to work with you for well. And I feel like it's going to take you, you know, good places. You're getting grounded, excellent prospects. You're setting your goals. You're working hard. You have good news coming because you're being dependable for yourself. You're jumping in, and you're just shifting all the things that were blocking you. So yeah, again, Nine of Pentacles, single, sexy, confident, pre-Empress energy has attracted in the right vibration for the Four of Wands with somebody that is valuable and worthy of that time. Yay, the ospreys today, and Charlotte the spider, is living in my back door again, making me beautiful webs. That's awesome sauce. Yay, you're putting your things in together. Oh, I just saw the double rainbow too. It's divine intervention, perfect timing, good luck. I really feel like this was good for the collective. Right now, like we're coming into a time of good luck, of unconditional love, the love of a lifetime, divine union, like the right people, the right places, just finally letting go of stuff that was blocking us from that, and finding that with it, whether it's a new person or whether you rekindle with somebody or whatever. I feel like people are doing what's best for them in their specific situations. Yes, finally letting that shit go. And you know, it's funny because it's like I kind of feel that way. It's like once somebody meets somebody that actually treats them kind and like is doing for them, I think it'll be so much easier for people to just be like, wow, like look what I've been missing out on by waiting for somebody that does absolutely nothing, doesn't even talk to me, that just like, you know, comes and goes. I really feel like if more of us could just go out and have a good time and see what else is out there, people would start to be like, oh wow, like this isn't so bad to talk to another man. You know, but we need to go through the process. We need to go through for however long we go through it for a reason. Tower moments come and go. Hello, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna go back up and get what's his name? Chris was next. And hello everybody. So tonight's readings are $2.99 unless you're a member with the green name. I go through all the members first because the members pay to be here. So if there's somebody in here that's not a member with the green name, you can do a super chat donation, or if you wait till the end, I can, you know, pull a couple cards for the collective. But I will go live again for the people who aren't part of the membership. But I do want to put the people who are paying. They pay monthly. I do this the second Thursday of every month at 9 p.m. and everybody with the green name gets their messages. It's $2.99. But people are also welcome to just do a $2.99 donation, and I will answer their question too. I just don't want people to wait for something when there's others that have the priority. Um, and let's see. I know I already did Rick in the first one, and I didn't realize that it paused until later. If I knew that it was still hearing me, I wouldn't have ended it either. So Chris is open to receiving. All right, so let's see what Chris has happening. So we've got the Five of Cups coming through with the moon. What else is going on? All right, so if under the surface, if you've been feeling like blocked or kind of blue or just kind of feeling like stuck, and again, anybody that's in here, these messages will probably resonate for others too, because you're here for a reason. People come in here through the collective. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I find that a lot of people, it makes sense for them if you listen. So there may be stuff under the surface, like there may have been a lot of sadness, there may have been feeling like disconnected on an emotional level, just feeling like blue. And I feel like some of that is tied to subconscious beliefs, and some of it is also that being suppressed. It's like on the surface, let's just pretend we're okay. On the surface, let's laugh and joke and all that. And I get that because I do that. But I feel like there is a need to acknowledge anything, just like what I was saying with Jenny. Like Jenny acknowledged, like, hey, like I'm not getting what I want here, and I'm not like this isn't really taking me to the places I want to be. Like I feel like I'm wasting my time and my energy. And it's, I don't even think it was consciously like that. It was just like it's time for me to put myself out there. It's time for me to move forward, to come out of this emotional turmoil, to come out of these places that aren't fulfilled. Like I'm not happy. I'm not feeling like, yeah, this is the best life ever. Like I shouldn't have to suppress these things. And I feel like intuitively you know that, and intuitively you know it's time to move forward, and you can feel that. And I feel like you know it's time to go towards your 10 of Cups and to let destiny bring you forward towards your wishes coming true. But I do feel like you have deep emotions that run deep. There's stuff under the surface that still needs you to acknowledge it so that it can truly be cleansed, cleared, released, and that way you can really propel forward without propelling back, without falling back into the old behavior, falling back into the old sadness, or having those old things that come up that make us feel like, oh, like, and like I say that all the time, like, right, if that stuff isn't dealt with, and we go find somebody to be with, or we find something to make us feel happy in the moment, it will be fleeting. Those people that make us happy will be fleeting. The things that we find that make us happy will be fleeting, because that thing is still there under the surface. So I feel like you've been acknowledging that thing under the surface and doing the work that needs to be done. But I feel like there is still maybe something that's like on an emotional level that needs to be acknowledged, that's going to help you, like even maybe just expressing it rather than hiding it or holding it back, is going to help you to step into that emperor energy. Because I know in this world, in this collective, men get pushed into like, oh, you just be the tough guy, you don't have to express yourself. But some of that comes out of fear too, and I feel like you may be afraid to just, and you don't even have to like publicly do it, just publicly within yourself express those emotions, allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel what's under the surface. Don't like put it under any like distractions, like let's not watch funny videos, let's not smoke any weed, let's not do anything that's gonna like kind of numb ourselves. Let's really go under the surface and feel the feelings that need to be felt, because that's gonna bring you towards that energy of being the emperor and fully overcoming those things that may be lurking there under there that have been blocking you from your fullest joy and from overcoming any anxiety or finding any more moments that suck, right? We don't want to build something that's going to fall apart. So going in there now and clearing it up before you start building stuff, I feel like will help to ensure that you don't have more tower moments in the future that end up being like very detrimental. But I feel like they're calling you to just kind of like cleanse everything away out of your system, out of your mind, out of your body on all levels, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental. And that's going to spark you up creatively and help you take that next level commitment to yourself, so there's no more self-sabotage, right? Just like I was saying to Jenny, like sometimes when things start going good, we fuck it up because we're like, oh man, this is too good. They're too nice to me. This is boring, blah, 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 blah. We get used to chaos, or we get used to drama. We get used to shit that we know isn't good for us. So in order to avoid that down the road, I feel like they're basically just saying there's some stuff under the surface that they want you to just like fully fully hit head on. No distraction, no smokiness, none of that stuff, because it's going to change your perspective and help you to entirely clear things away that will probably even help you to find a new direction with yourself or a new mindset within yourself that's going to get you into the chariot towards victory and towards celebration and towards meeting the right people and having a good time, overcoming fears and darkness, again, seeing from a new set of eyes that may have been being blocked or just kind of being like avoided. Could have been avoiding the inevitable emotional upheaval that needs to come through, just so that you can cleanse it and go towards a better situation moving forward. Yeah, there's something hidden here. There's a mystery. There's something under the surface that you need to pay attention to. Secrets, the unknown, intellectual, and again, it's connected to the mind, because we have tornado, storm brewing, torn up, a sudden unexpected end, breakdown, over and done, end, destroy, liberate. So what I'm saying here is it's going to liberate you. It's going to help you. It's going to, like, figuring out what the fuck is it that I've been holding on to underneath here. Maybe it's something from childhood. Maybe it's something you suppressed. But it's going to help you to be the fool again and take that leap of faith into a new direction, to be the free spirit. There's an opportunity to embrace the unknown, jump in and doing it, and it's going to help you to become like more supportive and to find more supportive people. It's going to help you to develop, and it's going to help to find the people that are going to, be like on that vibration, within yourself and externally. And it's going to help you with the wisdom that's needed at this time. And again, overcoming any blocks, any addictions, any beliefs, anything that's been trapped, any emotional baggage that's been keeping you. It's like we've been unhappily married to our emotional baggage. We've been unhappily married to things that we can't change. Whatever's happened has happened, but we've got to at least acknowledge it, cleanse it, and clear it so that we can move forward as that child, as that new beginning. Carefree, tender, experienced, spontaneous in a new way, so that you can develop like a fine wine over time, so that you can, see the good stuff in life and have a family legacy. And this is going to help to expand the luck. This is going to help to have good things. Like you'll start seeing happy coincidences, maybe finding rewards for your efforts. Good stuff is going to manifest from diving into the subconscious mind and just seeing what's under there. Again, guarding secrets, I feel like there's something suppressed inside of you that you're just not even aware of. It's just there, but it's like it's wanting to come up at this time. So maybe some guided meditation that would be like, helpful. And like, I'm sure if you Google, like, or you put it into the YouTube search, like guided meditation for suppressed trauma or suppressed emotions, and just do that in a clear mind, in a clear energy, like the first thing in the morning before you do anything else, do that so that your mind is clear. And it's just like, you may cry, you may release, but I definitely feel like it's going to help you to make your wishes come true. And they're saying nighttime, so maybe even out underneath the stars one night, it's going to inspire you, and it's going to help you to fall in love again and to have good things. Anything that's been working against you, I feel like it's going to go away. Yeah, because persistence pays off. Just be determined to make your dreams real, and know that whatever fatigue or whatever issues, whatever's been decaying or deteriorating up there, is going to help to be released. And then you're going to be able to see like, wow, this is much better now. Like, I feel like there's a power struggle between your conscious and your unconscious. It's an elusive thing that you haven't, I don't even think you realize. And it may be something silly that you would never even think, like, in the 3rd grade, blah, 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 said blah, blah, blah to me. It may be something silly. It doesn't have to be like this big, huge, traumatic, like, oh, I was beaten to death or anything like that. But I feel like there's something there that is hindering you from finding all your good stuff that is available to you at this time. So is there anything else for Chris at this time? Yeah, look, seeing through the facade, secrets lifted, insights. I'm just saying, there's something there that needs to be observed. Explore the unknown. I can't make it up. I don't make it up. Possessive, elusive. Again, there's something underneath there that when you find it and you discover it, and again, don't be afraid of it. It's going to bring you closure and promise. And the ring is here, right? And the other ring is here. So it's going to help you to go toward the next level, towards the next place, to find the alliance, to commit to whoever or whatever it is that's going to be like that marriage, that proposal. So there is definitely something under the surface that you're going to have that aha moment with and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that was the thing that was fucking like keeping me stuck. It's just like those aha moments we have all the time. That's like, but this is going to be a big breakthrough. It's going to reveal something and bring you some enlightenment that's really going to change the perspective and it's going to change the trajectory of where you're headed, and it's going to help you to lift out of any negativity, any darkness, any stuff, so that you can feel light again and be present again in a joyful way. So I definitely feel like that's a good idea for you. It's going to help you start going places. Overseas movement, sweet enterprise, swift vehicle. It's something that is going to bring you forward well, and it's going to help. And it's something that needed, I feel like, to be under the surface for a while. Even though it was there, it's helping you to age better and to find experience and like maturity and to become more established. But it is something that is going to help you to break free from all the bullshits that may have been kind of unknowingly there, and just kind of, I feel like there's like cords or something. There's, like I see cords holding you back, and it's like just cutting the little remainder of those cords, like vines. It's like vines holding on to you, and once you cut them, you're free and you're good. Hello. All right, let's see. It feels like he's trying. Oh, frustrated in limbo, waiting for the paperwork to go through. Uh-oh, did I miss that other part? Waiting for the paperwork to go through, and caring for my biological father with dementia and Alzheimer's. I've really been working on releasing the anger towards him from the past, so that's probably it. So you know better than I do. Feels like he's trying to sabotage things, but I have trouble trying to bring things up. Yeah, and also remember that, like, when they're at that part, when they're in the in that energy, I know how hard it is, because like my mother was a fucking douchebag when she was sick, like really bad, and but I knew it wasn't really her either. But she wasn't always nice either. Like she wasn't like she was like the mother of the year as a child either. She was always kind of like not good. But especially at the end, I would try to just remind myself that like she's very sick. She doesn't even really know what she's doing. You know, it may feel like he's sabotaging it, but it may be his influence or like the old lingering stuff. You're allowing it to sabotage because you're the one that's there right now. You're the one showing up in the way that you're supposed to be. Not even necessarily supposed to be. You're sacrificing your time and your energy to be there for him. And you just got to pat yourself on the back and not let it sabotage you. Not let it get in. Remind yourself of how much work you're doing and how difficult that is. And anybody that hasn't done it cannot understand how difficult it is to do. But try not to give him so much power. Like, he doesn't have that power. He may fuck with things, he may be a pain in the ass, but you have the power at the end of the day. So remember that, and try to just release yourself from those energies. All right. So let me go back up here. I got Rick. I got Jenny. Hello, Past Finder. How are you? Woohoo! Go, Jenny, go! Awesome sauce. Yes, finally. Okay, and then Monica. Hi, hope you are doing well. I want to ask general guidance. All right. I sent you your private reading today too, Monica. So let's see what comes through for Monica. The Monica. Monica. Dun, 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 dun. Monica. I don't know why that just did that to me, but it did. Pushing through, holding your own, defending yourself, 7 of Wands. So this type of energy, instead of feeling scared, instead of feeling nervous, instead of feeling like I'm going to have a bad outcome or things are not working out for me, or letting people around that you know aren't working for you, or entertaining things that don't work for you, the 7 of Wands is having like that. I'm pushing through, I'm holding my own, I'm defending myself, I've got boundaries, I've got self-respect, and that's going to bring me to this payoff of rewards that are on the horizon. There's something right on the horizon for you, but you've got to use your creative persuasion, your charm, lead with your heart. This is like the 3rd time I think I said charm for you today. You have charm. You have a gift. You have an ability to do things that other people can't. You have a way of expressing with words in a very like beautiful, charming way. And you have charm within yourself as well. But I feel like you need to acknowledge that and get creative in how you're going to manifest with your charm. See your charm as magic. See your charm as like your ritual, as like, and your charm and your ritual can be the writing. You would be the perfect fucking candidate to do like writing your reality, doing scripting, you know, script your new world. Script, like make a script for Monica. Monica, for 2024, for September. This is what September is going to look like for her. She was so sad. She was in an emotional setback. Everything was going so wrong. But all of a sudden, she found her persuasive charm, and it led her to the beautiful, most opportunist time where this beautiful job was, and blah, blah, blah. Like, just do it. You can do it. But I feel like they want you to do that. Like, not only just looking for it externally, but looking for it internally and utilizing it within. Like, nobody has to see what you fucking write when it comes to that, but do it for yourself. And you may be surprised at how well it works for yourself, that you actually be able to help other people to do it. Like, creating scripts for other people where they can, like, take it and learn from it and be like, oh, wow, like, this is how I could script my reality. It worked for her. I bet it'll work for me. They're saying go for it. Like, you need to get, like, creative in the way that you approach things, because like there's 1,000,000,001 people out there and everybody does their own fucking things. You can come up with something that nobody else does, or even if they do, you're going to do it a little bit differently, or you're going to approach it in your own way. But there'll be like you driven to succeed. You're going to have business trips when you get into that chariot, and trust that you are magical and that you do have charm to give to this world. You will find a secure offer, a golden opportunity at the right at the right place at the right time, when you reduce the stress and you change your position and you allow yourself to just kind of relax and not freak yourself out up in the mind. Like, get to the point within your mind of knowing, like, this, like, I need that intellectual stimulation. I need something that feels exciting for me. And when I do that, I'm going to become influential. I'm going to be the head honcho. I'm going to be my own business owner, because I'm going to take those ideas and I'm going to run with them. Yeah, but there's a new idea that's coming in for you that's going to help you to pursue your dreams. It's going to be like an inspirative spark, and it's going to help you turn for the better. You'll be on the right track to the best possible outcome with the Star and the Ten of Pentacles. So this can be like the purchase of a home, long-term investments, becoming retired. But like, I feel like for you, it's like, it's going to be the wake-up call. It's going to be the second chance, the new results, a new position, a new project, a creative project that is going to be a breath of fresh air that leads you to those long-term like investments, into being like, holy shit, I can't believe that this little idea turned into this big thing. I'm going to be able to have my own home. I'm going to be able to have my own business. I'm going to be able to do what I set out to do, because I didn't give up on myself and I put up boundaries with things that don't serve me. I'm not going to deal with the shady shit anymore, or the shady people anymore, or any suspicious behaviors. You know who and what you need to cut out of your life, whether that's people, ideas, feelings, or whatever, and get clear up in your mind so that the law of attraction can start to materialize the wealth and the desires that you have. And the desires are within reach. But again, you got to use that charm that's within you to create. So we also have high standards, swift but fair. I feel like it's time for you to raise your standards on yourself and to know that there's something inside of you that's meant to be birthed. Cooperation, patience is key, relaxed atmosphere. Be patient. Doesn't have to happen overnight. It's up to you to decide. You don't have to rush. But patience and relaxed atmosphere, I feel like, is very important for you. Like, if you're stressed out where you go, if you're having anxiety attacks and things like that, that's not where you want to be. You want to go to where you feel confident and where you feel reliable and where things work out for you. But there is some sort of new spark or new idea that's coming. It may even be like you get an email or you see something that's like, oh, that's a great idea, but I would tweak it like this. Or if you see a great idea, think about how you can expand on it, or what you can do to get that idea to become different and magnetic for you, that you can put your specific specialty onto it. But yeah, I feel like good things are coming, as long as you don't mess up yourself in the head. You know, don't mess yourself up by getting like, or dealing with people that are like this, that are crafty, that are sly, that are cunning, that only have self fucking interest. You know, cut those people out, and that's going to help you rise out of the negativity. And it's, again, for you too, going to bring you to the next level, an agreement, that union, something that's worth holding on to. You're on a quest, you're migrating right now, and you're going to know where you're going if you allow yourself to break away from the old heavy bullshit. As soon as you let go of that, like, unhappily married, addicted, codependent, trapped feeling, and any behaviors that go along with that feeling of like, I'm just going to keep doing this thing that I really don't like doing, or I'm going to keep applying myself to these places that I don't really want to be, I'm going to keep talking to people that I know I probably shouldn't talk to, you know, until you break free from those, that's, you're going to stay in this place of bleh. But once you change that perspective and cut that stuff away, you're going to see fireworks and excitement. walking away from the fucking shit that's been self-sabotaging and taking that next level commitment to write and to create and to speak and to being this new reality that's going to take you out of the turmoil towards your wishes coming true. So definitely, I feel like there's some sort of idea or some sort of perspective shift that's coming for you soon, and it's up to you how quickly that is. That's going to be very relaxing for you and bring you into that single, sexy, confident, pre-empress energy, creative and magnetic. She's like the entrepreneur, the queen of wands, but it may have something to do with writing. That doesn't even have to be like, I'm writing for my career, but it's like you're using your gift, your charm, your magic to write your new reality, write it out without fears, without doubts, without all of the I don't know, or I can't, or whatever. What is your fucking perfect outcome? What does your perfect life look like? What is it like? Wow, this is so amazing. I'm living in a dream. Write that and then read it every fucking day and keep writing and adding on to it. Do your script for September. Get that done. Then do your script for October and start to see how well it works for you. And don't be like insane about it, but just start making that leap of faith now to be the magician so that you can have realistic expectations on it and movement within it. That's like, wow, this is actually working. Wow, intuitively, I know that I'm choosing these new beginnings and I'm falling in love with the experience and I'm making that judgment call. I'm having that awakening moment. Everything's working out for me rather than everything's all kind of messed up or this isn't feeling good or boop. You're coming into that temperance, that balance, that patience. It's going to be very good for you. I'm just going to get one of these. I'm loving it. I don't know why I have these words coming into my mind. Boopity beep boop beep boop boop boopity beep boop 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 boop. All right, you got the rainbow and the wise woman of Wonderland. Compensation, perseverance. So you're going to be persevering. And integrity, compromise. So I feel like just compromise and persevere. Like right now, you might have to do things that you don't really like to do 100%, but you can persevere with your integrity, holding on to that perseverance and knowing that you're preparing through your prayers and your sacred ritual, which can literally be my sacred ritual is writing this new reality that's going to take you out of the self-sabotage. It's going to take you out of the poverty consciousness, and it's going to help you to acquire the knowledge, the energy that's going to be good for you rather than insecurity or manipulation bullshits. Better things are coming. You're going to be like the phoenix rising out of the darkness, resurrection, surrendering to change, and that could bring you to the right type of union, the right type of partnership with the love situation. But follow the synchronicity, the divine intelligence, and know that cause and effect are a thing here. So right now, if you're not doing anything to cause a different effect, start doing things that are going to cause a different effect, like with your magic, with your ability to write and to create and to breathe into life, with generosity, with receiving and withholding. I feel like good things are coming for you. You're going to be hitting the mark, but you've got to set the intention and also practice detachment from it's got to be exactly this way, or if I don't see it pan out exactly this way, you're like, it didn't work. Or if you start to see little things, trust them and know that spirit is communicating with you. Pay attention to the signs. 11, like spirit is giving you these positive expectations and the clarity that's needed to get to where you want to go, but you've got to pay attention to it and take action with it and consider all of that stuff that shows up. But you're in a cycle of growth with the natural law and divine order, and everything is going to be working out for you. But take conscious action at this time and expect that positive shift happening within your love, within your money, within your life, on all levels. Even like when you write out your little script for yourself, put out like love, money, health, like all areas of life, and know that things are coming into balance. Things that have been not great are going to be coming into a time of much better. It's the High Lord of gratitude and service. Yeah, something shocking is coming to a whole paradigm shift. So I really feel like if you take my advice and do that writing thing for you, you might be surprised with how well it works for you. The chemistry that just sparks off from it. The generosity that you'll be receiving from the universe. But if you if you write it and you don't believe it, or if you write it and you're like about it, that's not going to work. You've got to write it with the right energy and the right mindset, with the right expectation on it, without the hold on, it's got to work, but without the it's probably not going to work. Because if you think it's not going to work, then it's not going to work. You don't fucking waste your time writing it. But if you do it with the expectation and the knowing that like I trust that I have the power to manifest. I've created everything around me right now that doesn't feel so great, so I can create everything around me that does. I can transmute this energy and become shocked at the new total paradigm shift that will happen. It will be a big surprise. It's going to be a celebration. It's going to be like, holy motherfucking shit. But I can just as easily self-sabotage out of that poverty consciousness. So let me not do that, and let me get my mind right so I can acquire what's necessary for me to manipulate these energies and change these things into a better situation for myself. All right. What? Me, plus I start seeing smoke everywhere, and I'm not happy, which drives me crazy. People push through difficult times, and I end up quitting for signs to stop. You're welcome. Yeah, just, you know yourself, and you know these things about yourself. Just try, man. Just try. Look, jackpot. Good things are coming. Just try to focus on that and know that. And start networking with the right people too. But write that stuff out and try to get into that right frame of mind or that right energy, because that's how things are going to shift for you. If we keep coming from the same place, we keep getting those same outcomes. All right, so let me make sure. Let's see who's up in here. We had Chris, we had Rick, we had Jenny, we had Monica. I just want to make sure. Chris, Jenny, Drew. Hello, Drew. How are you? I would like to ask a question. Okay. Would Crystal and I make a good couple? She and I are friends, but I'm not sure whether she would be interested, and I don't want to ruin a friendship. All right. So would Crystal and I make a good couple? I'm like, why can't I? I don't know what my brain was like, seeing everything there except for couple. Crystal, would you make a good couple? All right. Crystal. Ooh, we got the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the World. Let me get some other energy before I say anything, because I'm kind of like unsure at the moment. The first thing that popped into my mind, I'm like, is that or is that something else? Okay, so I feel like you guys do have a good connection here. We got this, the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. The only reason I was hesitant at first is I was like, is this too much of like you bring out each other's inner child, you guys are better off as just friends type of thing. But like, this is also about what you put out is what you get back. And I feel like you guys may be in that cycle of like, you guys have had a lot of fun, you've had a lot of connection, like you get each other, you make each other's inner child happy, which is a very important part of any relationship. Like if like someone's your friend and you don't think they're funny, or you don't relate to them on any level, it's usually not a great friendship. It's kind of boring, it's kind of stuffy, it's kind of like awkward, and you just don't enjoy it. Like you're not on the same wavelength. But with the two of you, I feel like that's there. And for any healthy relationship, having that is necessary. Like there's marriages out there where that doesn't exist, but they're usually like, I don't know. I feel like in those ones it's kind of weird. But I feel like you are also able to close the chapter of it just being about friendship, or just being about, hey, we both like the same jokes, or we both like this, that, and the other thing. But it's also about how you put your energy out there. Like, I think if you go towards this person with insecurities and like feeling like unsure about it, that may actually create a lot of insecurities and uncertainty within them. But if you could go towards them and just naturally let it happen without thinking about it, without asking about it, without trying about it, just let's see what happens. Like it might naturally close that chapter out, and you might find that you guys kind of romantically come closer together, that you're ready for that next chapter of things together. But I feel like with the trust and strategizing, that's what this is like saying, is like, you don't want to strategize it. You don't want to overthink it. You don't want to be like getting a tarot reading to be like, yeah, sure, go ask her out. You want it to just naturally progress. You know what I mean? It's okay to ask. It's okay to get a reading about it, but don't let that be the determining factor for you. Let it just naturally, like, just trust and know, like, if this is supposed to be, and like what I'm feeling is real, and this person feels it back, then it will naturally go there. but I feel like just throw out any type of strategy about it or any type of overthinking about it or should I say it this way or should I say it that way? Ba 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 ba. Just wait for the right moment. Because if there's any romantic feelings there, if there's any like excitement from that person, if they want that at all with you, you should have a moment where it's like just a kiss can happen or like a hug that's a little bit longer than a normal hug or just some like maybe she starts you just flirt with her a little bit as a joke, see how she takes it. Like if she's like, "Oh my god, never," then you know, never. But if she's like, "Oh my god, yeah," like then okay, maybe, yeah. But you want to let it just naturally go with the trust of that if it's meant to, it will, without the like, "Oh, let me really like analyze it too much," because I feel like that will sabotage it. And then this says reflection with non-judgment. So reflect on yourself and reflect on the relationship and reflect on the progression of the relationship without a judgment on it. Like even if, you know, you try to flirt with her and you feel like because like people sometimes people have a tendency and I feel like you might be one of them that would like overanalyze an interaction. I've done it myself. It's like we have time together and then we fucking sit there in a like we put ourselves in this situation, we just overanalyze it and never let it go anywhere because we're like overanalyzing it, beating it up and taking it apart and being like, oh, but what if this or what if that? Instead of like all the positive things that could be there for it. So they're saying have a positive expectation on it and have clarity around it. Don't get all confused with like, you know, jokes and stuff. Like don't get all locked into this cage that's not even locked. Let things balance out and just let things progress naturally and just trust and know that if it's supposed to get there, it will get there, and if it's not, then it won't. But don't put so much emphasis on it. Try not to make it a bigger deal than it has to be. Just know that if they emotionally connect with you and it's gonna go somewhere, it will go somewhere. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or that you're silly for thinking it. It just means that you really like this person and they probably really like you too. But not everybody is, you know, looking for that within their friendships. But I do feel like this is something that you want to pay attention to the synchronicity, to pay attention to the divine intelligence, and also pay attention to cause and effect. Like I said, when you flirt joke, does she flirt joke back? When you do XYZ, how does she react? You know, if you pull back, does she come closer? Pay attention on that level without strategizing. Don't do it cut to get a reaction. Just pay attention. You know, like pay attention to the body language. Pay attention to like the words that she speaks. Pay attention to is she reaching out to you? Or are you only reaching out to her? You know, things like that. But I feel like again, be mindful of cause and effect. Like if you do things for the reaction, that's that attachment to outcome that you don't want to be having. Just let things naturally flow. If it feels right to joke or to flirt, then do it. But if it doesn't, then don't force it because then the reaction to that will be weird anyways because it wouldn't have been the right moment. So again, I feel like they're just wanting you to lean back and allow whatever's going to naturally happen and then kind of just see like what feels right and what doesn't feel right between the two of you. See both sides, be the chameleon, be adaptable in this situation, and that's how you're going to get movement and things are going to change. But yeah, I feel like don't deceive yourself and don't be too much of that like too much of the like I'm playing a game here or I'm being too strategic. There's a fine line between being strategic and just being aware. There's a fine line between you know, being romantic or flirty and then like trying to just figure stuff out. So yeah, I feel like there is a possibility that this could go somewhere. But I keep seeing like reaping what you sow, fruition, abundance. Just be careful with this situation. I don't know why I keep seeing reaping what you sow, and that type of thing, like cause and effect. Spirit, pay attention to what Spirit's communicating to you at this time. Like, pay attention to the signs and synchronicity. Like, what messages do you keep seeing repeating over and over? What numbers do you keep seeing repeating over and over? Those are going to be messages that are going to help you to understand what's going on in the situation and to transform the situation. But they're saying use your intuition, pay attention to those signs and syncs, and have patience. And, you know, look at the big picture and ask the angels for help and support as you navigate this. But again, patience and stillness is here too. I would recommend just letting it naturally flow as it's going to flow without making any grand gestures or anything like that. Just kind of, yeah, you're going to hit your mark by being detached from it. You know, think about in the ways of like even just how romance usually is. Like when we want somebody or something, sometimes the way we start to behave is a little bit like not how we normally would, or it's almost off-putting to others. So in order for you to receive, you want to withhold a little bit. You want to hold back a little bit, not be like elusive and ghosty and weird, but just not put all your cards out there, not be like over the top out there. Make sure that you're receiving something from this person too, that you're not just like trying to pour your love onto somebody that isn't giving you any interest in that area. But yeah, again, divine guidance, higher knowledge, pay attention to what spirit's showing you. Again, pay attention, spirit communication, pay attention, divine guidance, higher knowing. They're trying to show you something at this time. And I feel like, yeah, conscious action. I feel like they're just saying, be very conscious, because you have the possibility of like humiliating yourself or overdoing it if you don't. So yeah, be discerning, have clear vision, pay attention to the details, let things naturally. I feel like they have the potential to go there, but not yet. And when they do go there, you'll feel it, but it's not something that you should be like blah, blah, blah. Just let it naturally unfold, and you'll be inspired at the right time to do the right things. Let it be authentic, and also let her take action, because things will come to fruition if you do so. Yeah, this could be a sacred partnership if you just like maybe even allow her to be the one that is like taking the actions or making the moves. I feel like less is more for this person. If you're too nice, or you're too flirty, or you're too over the top, that might push this person away. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I would just pay attention to the signs and stuff from spirit, so that you don't keep going in the same circle. When I said I was sad because it was the 13th anniversary of my grandma's passing, she came over with chocolate and hugged me tightly and listened to me. That's more than anyone has ever done. Aww. See, I feel like if you just let it naturally go, it will naturally go. Let her be the one that does that type of stuff. Not saying like only her, like never bring her anything nice or never do anything good for her, but like if it's gonna go there, let it naturally go there. And also make sure that like, stuff like that. I know it's hard when we're lonely and we're sad and we feel feelings, and I'm sorry that you had the anniversary of your grandma's passing. I know it's not easy in this world. And sometimes when people do come and they do nice things for us, we attach a lot of meaning to that, and we feel a lot of like, oh my God, like this person's so nice and they're different, and we can put them up on a pedestal. So I also feel like try not to do that to yourself either. Like don't put them up on that pedestal, because then they become out of reach. And then they're, oh my God, they're so amazing. But I do feel like with this person, less is more. And that if it's supposed to go there, it will naturally go there. Obviously, they care about you. And I feel like you have a lot of the same stuff, like a lot of the same desires, a lot of the same frequency within your energies. Like you probably feel the same way about a lot of stuff. But just try not to put them up there on that pedestal, because then you won't be able to reach them. And try not to let that be like the overcoming thing within your mind. You know what I mean? Detach and trust and be cool, calm, collected. And that's going to be the best way to get somewhere with her. She's been through some heavy stuff, and I'm letting her go through her things and just be there. Yeah, that's the best thing, and things will naturally happen if they're meant to. And that's the best we can do. All right, let's see. I think I got all of the people with the green name. Oh, Songs of Starlight. Hi, can I get a reading about the divine masculine I'm connected to? Sure. All right. Divine masculine. I'm going to use the Ocean of Emotion. Let's see for Songs of Starlight. So, Songs of Starlight. And anybody else that's in here, this is the reading for the members tonight, but you're welcome to hear the messages or do a donation if you'd like. But I'm just getting to those guys because they pay to be here. It's $2.99 a month for the membership, and I do this every second Thursday at 9 p.m. So for Songs of Starlight, the masculine that you're connected to, we have determined I'll never stop trying to do better. So I feel like he is at this point in his life determined to do better. And you may have inspired this within him. It says you inspire my mind and you fill me with light creative. So I feel like there is something about you that has inspired him to do better. He wants to change himself. He wants to transform. Like the connection between you and him may have helped him to realize, like, I need to do better. I need to get better. Who I am today is not the best. Like, I'm haunted by my inner darkness. I'm haunted by the past and my inner darkness. So I feel like he's got stuff, maybe even possibly that he did to you with the 1010, or ways that he behaved towards you that has determined, like, has made him realize, like, oh shit, like, that wasn't the best way to be, or I should be better than that, or that's not who I want to be. That's not, yeah, look, deceive. It says, I've been lying to myself and you. So I feel like he's been deceiving himself. He's been deceiving you. He may have just been acting in ways that he knows he needs to fix. But he does say, I think I can fix this. So I feel like he does want to fix those things. But he may still be somewhat codependent in old behaviors and in darkness. We have, I'm afraid you're not going to want me if you see the truth. So that's interesting because the truth card was here a minute ago, but I didn't take it. That says, like, you know the truth I've been trying to hide. So I feel like you do know that there's a truth underneath the surface, or under the darkness even, that it's like he doesn't really want to be that way. Like, he may be codependent in bad behaviors. He may do stupid shit. He may ghost. He may disappear. He may talk to other people. He may be weird and do things that just weren't the best. But underneath that, you may feel that, like, that's not who he really wants to be. It's just maybe who he is at the moment. He also says, I'm just miserable and I'm really tired of pretending I'm not. So that, again, may be something that he's, like, recognizing, or you've helped him to recognize that, like, the shit that he's focused on, the way that he's behaving, isn't going to make him feel better. Like, there's never going to be a day in his life where he's like, oh wow, I'm so glad I went down this path of being a complete shithead and doing all these horrible things to people. You know what I mean? That's just the type of energy I feel like he may not have realized it before, because sometimes people don't. Sometimes people are just immature and stupid and they don't realize, like, being a piece of shit to other people doesn't feel that well. Like, in the moment you may laugh it off, or in the moment you may not care, but as you get older, or you go through your own shit, you may start to realize, like, wow, like, those types of behaviors are really not cool. Like, and then you feel bad about it. So, I'm just saying, I feel like he may be growing up. You know, I feel like he's growing up at this time, and you helped him to grow up. And I think he's reflecting on ways that he's been, not just to you, but in general on the planet, in the way that he's disconnected himself from, like, bad behavior. But he says, everything will work out for us. I just know it. So I feel like he is confident that he can change these types of behaviors, or he's confident in knowing that he wants to change these behaviors. But he is exhausted and emotionally drained, physically, mentally, emotionally. He's tired. So I feel like he's just tired of himself. He's tired of being irresponsible. He says, I need to start saving myself instead of everyone else. And I feel like he needs to recognize, like, he knows, like, what I've been doing isn't working out. It's not getting me anywhere. It's not who I want to be. This isn't the legacy I want to leave. Like, I'm not, like, and when you act those ways, or you kind of behave in that way, or you disconnect yourself from, like, the ways that you're behaving towards others, it does catch up with you eventually. You start to, like, run out of people. Like, you get a name for yourself and nobody wants to talk to you or be near you because of those things. Or you start pushing people away to the point where it's like, oh wait, like, maybe I should fix this. But he's recognizing he's been unhealthy, and he knows that he needs help to break free. But he says, I'm ready to break free. So I feel like he's ready to break free from the old behaviors, the bad habits. This is the second time I've seen I'm so madly in love with you. I can't keep my mind off of you. So you may just be inspiring him to recognize that he needs to get help with the darkness that's going on. But there's also this part of him that feels limited. Like, there's nothing I can do about it right now because my hands are tied. But I do recognize that there's darkness here. It's like the first step. He's acknowledging that something's wrong, that he needs help, that who he's been isn't working out. And he's like, can we forgive and forget? Can we just surrender? I feel like he wishes that he could just be forgiven and forgotten, but I think he might know at this point, like, that's a little too late. Like, you're going to have to change your behavior and apologize and do things a little bit differently than just pretend that it didn't happen. But who knows? Like, if he's gotten away with that in the past from you, that may be a codependent thing on your side too. Like, if he shows up and just wants to talk to you, you make sure that you get the right behavior from him, or the right, like, hey, I'm not gonna just ignore the fact that you acted this way or that way in the past. Yeah, like with the trust and strategizing. you want to be able to trust him and not feel like you got to walk on eggshells so that he doesn't disappear again. You need to put the boundaries up. Anything that hasn't had those like clear boundaries and that clear self-respect will just lead you, like you've got that own inner darkness too on your side, of where sometimes we allow things that we shouldn't have allowed, or we put things under the rug that we shouldn't have put under the rug. So this next time around, if you want to have that trust and you want to have that stuff that's going to last, take those small steps, ask for help from each other to heal and to decide, like, we're not going to just like push this under the rug. I'm not going to just be somebody that you can come and go with, or that I just forgive and forget every time your hands are tied or every time you need to just disappear. Yeah, so looking for the collective good, seeing through these illusions, finding the wisdom and the power of the divine to overcome the inner conflict, finding that morality and having that conscious choice to have those morals and to have that like self-respect and to be like, yeah, no, I'm not putting up with that bullshit, and this is going to bring you to that growth. Okay, this is going to help you to find the natural balance and the natural law so that you don't get stuck again, or go backwards again. Or have outcomes. Yeah, like warning, beware, make a detour, vigilance, obstacle to avoid. Use tact and diplomacy. So be very mindful. Like if this person comes walking back into your life, that you have healthy boundaries and you demand, like, you treated with respect, and that you expect apologies and that you get those apologies so that you can have harmony, so that you can have cooperation, effective communication, because otherwise it just repeat again. So helpful, peaceful, humorous, fun collaboration. This could be a good sign or an omen dependent on you and depending on like if you hold things back or if you speak up for yourself and put up that like those healthy self-respect. But you have the key here for the solutions. You are a genius. You have the insight, the clarity to break free and unlock the help that's necessary to overcome any beliefs or any blocks or anything that's under the surface that needed to be recognized. You're clearing the heaviness and the addictions, any codependencies, any emotional baggage, anywhere that you've been unhappily married, to old energies are clearing away. And you're coming to a time of temperance and balance where you can be more optimistic, more responsible, and finding that justice in that balance. So I feel like things are going to work out well for you as long as you become the boss. You become the CEO. You're the mama bear, protecting yourself and demanding what you deserve, because you are like the snowflake. You're perfect, exquisite, precise. You are specifically like delicate and fragile, and you're supposed to be handled carefully. But right now it's a time of breaking things down and going through a time of alchemy, blending old things away. And then we have the swans with the twin flame soulmate, the one, a pair of things, blooming love, deep soul connection. So I feel like it's basically, yeah, you're finding the maturity that's needed to come to a time of union on both sides. But it takes work on both sides. Like both of you need to acknowledge things that aren't working moving forward and not just slip them under the rug. We're not going to forgive and forget, because that creates more obstacles and more problems. That creates more distance. So we don't want to let our pride block us. We don't want to become indifferent or, just block ourselves in general from the chariot moving forward and getting things started in a better direction. You are the problem solver. You can solve these problems by being resourceful and adaptive and, just basically speaking up for yourself. But I feel like at the perfect timing, things are going to work out for you, and you're finding your home, your comfort, your belonging. You're building a better shelter, a tradition with those healthy boundaries, and cleaning up anything that doesn't, serve you anymore. So is there anything else for this person in the Divine Masculine? Yeah, you're figuring out things that have been hidden, the mysteries, the secrets, the unknown, and you're finding the knowledge to become more fertile and vital and growing, healing and becoming more practical, grounded, solid, and tangible, building things into a better way. But it's going to, again, require you being like that boss, that CEO of your life. Like, I'm not putting up with anything less than, I'm not going to let bridges be crossed that shouldn't be crossed unless like you pay the toll to come over here. And that's how you have a healthy rebirth and a better outcome with things in your reality. Yeah, being independent. I admire your freedom to be who you are. So stand in your power. And that's going to help the situation to hit the mark with detachment. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, the resonates so much. I'm putting my foot down. Awesome sauce. No proper communication from him, so I'm done. He has to come correct. I care for him, but all he did to me made me resent him. I have to forgive him and forgive myself. Saying that about the swans makes my chest heavy. I'm sorry. I know swans are twin flames or red string of fate. I need the truth about this connection, but now I'm focusing on myself. I must do this. Yes, keep healing. Keep growing. It will help. Just to find, and positive expectations will come from clarity. Keep doing the reflection without a judgment on it. Don't judge yourself. Just know, even if it doesn't ever go anywhere, he doesn't ever get his shit together, it made you a better version of yourself. It made you to become who you were meant to be. And there's a reason for everything. But you are learning what you deserve and what you don't deserve, and what you want and what you don't want, and that's all that we're meant to do. Is just keep upgrading and up leveling. Hello, Callie. How are you? All right. We got Melissa sent in $2.99 for. Can I please get a spiritual check-in for myself and in the inner magic within me? Okay. All right. I think I did Songs of Starlight. Just want to make sure none of the green names asked anything else before I do Melissa. Okay, all right. So Melissa was, 3 questions. All right, can you put them here? I'll start with this one because it only shows me one. I think. Yeah. Right now, I see 3 different payments, but I see only one question. Can I get a spiritual check-in for myself and my inner magic within me? All right, so these are probably going to be the last ones, guys. Let's see. But you're welcome to listen to these messages. Let's see. Magic within. What did she say? A spiritual check-in. Okay, for the magic within. A spiritual check-in for the magic within. A spiritual check-in for the magic within. So take it as it resonates. Spiritual check-in for the magic within. All right, we got the goddess of night with the spirit of Hecate. The goddess of the night, crosswords, and ghosts. I feel like you're at a crossroad right now, which doesn't surprise me because a lot of people getting that type of message tonight of crossroads. And then also awakening with new beginning and a new dawn. So a lot of us are coming to this time of a new dawn, and it's like a crossroad, okay? And opportunities are opening up for you to leave behind the burdens, to leave behind the hardships, and to learn the lessons that needed to be learned so that you could overcome and grow. Yeah, autumn, harvest, midnight. So we're moving into that time right now. We're moving into Halloween. I feel like this is a time of harvest. This is a time of letting go of hardships. This is a time of being at that crossroads for this new beginning where it's there's something here that you can leave behind, the things that have left you feeling weak or as a follower or feeling clueless. Like, this is the spirit of the dummy. Anywhere that you were just kind of like going along with the masses or not following your own inner calling, I feel like you're letting that go. Even just like a spiritual attack on the outside, anywhere that because we can be attacked on our mind, and it's like we get all discombobulated. We can't focus on shit, or we're distracted, or we're focused on the wrong mindset or the wrong beliefs. I feel like there's an opportunity for you to clear that cobweb out, to clear those old energies away. And this is a prophecy. We got the energy of the crow again, which has been very synchronistic over these last few weeks. This is a messenger. It is a mess. It does say bad news, but I feel like the crows that I've been seeing, it's like it's a reminder that it's like you can create either way. Like, people are the ones that come up with the determining factors of like, oh, this means this and this means that. We can go look it up in a book, or we can feel it within. And however many crows there are can determine something too. Like they say, 1 crow, 2 crow, 3 crow, 4, all means something different. But also, you are the creator. You don't have to follow along. You don't have to be the dummy and be like, oh no, a bad crow. You can be like, oh, how do I feel in this moment? Does that feel like a bad crow? Or do I want to create the reality where that's a good crow and that's going to lead me to my harvest? And I'm not going to be burdened by the bullshit. I'm not going to feel lost all the time. I'm not going to be like this little child that doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be adventurous. I'm letting go of the immaturity, and I'm just going to take on that power within me to go to where I belong. So this is a return to where you belong, to your own guiding light, and letting go of the bullshit that doesn't help you with creating what you would like to create, rather than being stuck or stagnant, or reliant on somebody else's way, or reliant on somebody else's, like, this is what this means. It's up to you to put the meaning on that. You are coming out of a time of stagnation. Anything that was decaying or rotten, it's time to let those things go so that you can have a better forward movement. Yeah, and then we get the witch here too. So it's like, what vision do you want to bring into fruition? What dreams do you want to see come into being? It's the spirit of the moon, but again, it's very Halloween-y energy. So I feel like you're letting go of the false, letting go of the hidden deception. You're finding your magic within and the sorcery that's needed to create and to find the guidance that's going to have the answered prayers and the blessings, okay? So setting the spells and captivating something new into your reality, becoming the leader rather than the follower, so you can be respected by yourself and others. So this is the nature grounded ancestors. This is a good time of year too to call on your ancestors, to create like a little altar for your ancestors, where you can literally put pictures of your ancestors on there, or you can just get some candles on there, or you can just make it whatever you want, like just however you feel guided to. Again, that's you creating your reality. When I say ancestors, what do you think of? It could be a windowsill, it could be the top of a bureau, it could be a little table, whatever feels right to you, make it. And then on like the time that we have, like Halloween getting closer, do offerings, which can literally just be like, I'm going to light some incense, or I'm going to put out like a little candy, or I'm going to put out something that makes sense to my ancestors. Like your ancestors and my ancestors are probably different. So however it feels right to you, don't let someone else determine what your ancestors want. Feel and trust from within what your ancestors want. But we are going towards winter, so it's like the end of the old, and reflecting on what we need to see at this time, so that we can deflect the things that aren't serving us, anything that's left us empty, anything that we've been trying to control or we've been too submissive within. Even we're healing and coming into a time of balance, so that we can be vitalized and having that resurrection in our world. We also have nostalgic, aching old flame here, so I feel like any of that nostalgic energy, you may be at a point now too where you can allow some of that to let go of that aching, of that energy that's not serving you. Yeah, because that's going to bring you to luck and abundance and good things. Look, like anybody who's holding on to stuff that makes them feel sad and alone, and they're just kind of holding on to something that they probably know deep down isn't making them feel good, that's blocking you from your blessings. It's blocking you from good stuff. It's blocking you from the, being the magician. It's the law of attraction. If you're feeling sad and alone and it's going to be hard to attract good things in other areas. So it's a vision that needs to come, a cycle that needs to come to an end, and put that new vision out there so you can predict that future that's like, yay, this is so much better. As soon as we let go of that achiness and that like attachment to, that temptation that isn't serving, we're going to start to vibrate higher, and our soul essence is going to attract in better. So it's a whole new beginning of awakening and healing. So let me see. What is she saying? Twin flame check-in. Can I get a reading for abundance? I want to save up money. My questions are weird. Hecate. I am leveling up spiritually. Even being around people, we could be attacked. I have to protect myself without working in public. I'm uploading 3 podcasts of Xena reviews so far, so I know it's low views now, but it will be consistent. That's awesome. I've been thinking about my deceased family members this week. Yeah, so it's a good time to do that type of stuff. And good congratulations. You just started doing stuff. There's another guy that follows me on Facebook. He just started posting stuff. Monica just started posting stuff. There's a lot of people posting stuff. My phone is dying. Hopefully I think I can get these done before. I'm not sure if this is going to work here. Wait, we got 5%. All right, so blah, 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 blah. A lot of people are starting stuff right now, and even me saying that, right? Like, you're starting stuff, he's starting stuff, she's starting stuff. You guys would all be good people to connect with each other, talk to each other, and share together. Not necessarily each other, all three of you, but like people that are just starting out. Finding those people to communicate with that are like, hey, I'll share for you, you share for me. Let's all work together. Let's like build a community when it makes sense. You know, depends on what you're doing. What he's doing is reviews, not reviews, but like his equate to his connection between like spiritual awakening and Star Wars. But I feel like it's almost kind of similar to like what you're doing, where you're like you're going to be talking about that stuff. I'm sure you'll bring in spiritual stuff to it because you're a spiritual person. I don't know, maybe not, but it's a similar type of energy there. It's like, you know, taking something like a movie or a show and putting our own spin on it. Yes, thank you so much. I like writing the script for the episodes. It's really fun. Awesome. And that's a good thing to do because a lot of people don't. I usually don't. And then I'm like, and I have to take out all the ums and the blah, 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 or the times that I stumble my words over and over. The only time I don't stumble my words or do a bunch of ahs is when I'm doing readings like this. All right. So I feel like, again, you're going to be bearing new gifts because you're speaking up and you're expressing your feminine side, your creativity. With the sucker, I feel like you're becoming that chameleon. You're no longer going to be like stuck. You're no longer going to be seeing at like those other messages we're talking about, like the dummy and blah 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 blah. I feel like you've been a sucker in the past, but you're now transforming. You're becoming more creative. You're speaking up for yourself. You're figuring out what your gifts are, and that's helping you to like lift up and find out and come out of that dormant energy that wasn't serving you. We also have the player coming through, but I feel like you're playing your cards right, and the answer is yes, keep going on this new direction. You might feel like you're in limbo between two worlds, but I feel like you're letting go of those toxic things that are no longer serving you. You're becoming the fighter, and your bleeding heart, like those, like I said, that like nostalgic type of energy and stuff like that is coming to an end. It's the death of that. You're chalking it up, and you're no longer going to allow yourself to be the victimized person. You're no longer going to have that clouded judgment of being like, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know, or somebody else tell me how to do it. Just taking that responsibility into yourself, getting tunnel vision to go towards your success. I talked about spiritual episode 3, and it was called dream work. I mentioned shadow work and facing the inner demons. Awesome sauce. So perfect. So again, find the people that, you know, make sense to that. You'll find them anyways, but sometimes it's nice to have other creators that like get it. Like when I was creating decks and finding other deck creators to trade and barter with, and just have somebody that gets like, oh my God, this is such a pain in the ass, and actually knows what I'm talking about, because a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about certain things on my side of being on YouTube and all the things that I do. But finding somebody that gets it. I feel like he would probably be somebody that would get it. All right, let's see. Twin flame. Let's do twin flame check-in. I'm getting better on this concept, but I'm curious though. I finally accepted he is my twin. Okay, so twin flame check-in. Let me see. I'm gonna use this one, the Intuit, for this. All right. I don't know what. Oh, just a twin flame check-in. I'm like, where's the question? Okay, so memory, hidden mystery, secrets, the unknown. So the things that have been unknown to you, the secrets, the stuff that's been under the surface, or maybe even the things that you were just like, I don't want to know yet, or I can't decide, blah, 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 blah. You're believing in your own power. You're realizing and having the confidence to trust your gnosis. And you have that freedom and that resilience to do what's needed to do to find that inner guidance and to trust that. So like making that decision to say, yeah, this is my twin flame, and recognizing that you're the only one that can. Like, somebody else could be like, oh, yeah, this is your twin flame, but you can still doubt it. Or somebody can say, no, this isn't your twin flame, and you can still doubt it. So it's up to you to determine that anyways. But it's also up to you to determine that you do deserve unconditional love and a divine union, eternal love, love of a lifetime. So I feel like you're going through the things that you're needing to go through right now so that you can have an expansive, optimistic reality when it comes to love and what true love is and what twin flame should mean. and it's going to help you to have that turning point. But letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve you, letting go of the ideas that don't serve you, because if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know, he can't show up for you, right? But if you do decide that he is and he still doesn't show up for you, then okay, maybe that's going to be like a time where we decide, okay, that's not necessarily what I want, that's not what I'm looking for out of an emperor. So instead of even trying to attach an outcome to this guy or attach a label to this guy or anything like that, your best bet is to just know what love, joy, romance, and bliss is for you. What does your heart truly desire? What is going to give you fulfillment? Like, you want kindness and love, you want communication, you want to feel wooed, right? Jenny just went out with a guy the other night, right? First date. He brought her a fucking rubber ducky. He brought her a fucking unicorn bag with all these like eyelashes and things, stuff that Jenny would love. And he doesn't even really know Jenny, right? It's just the first date. But like, she's all smitten like a little girl again because of how well he treated her and how well he paid attention to the type of stuff that she liked. She's got rainbow hair and shit, so of course she's gonna like rainbows and unicorns and things like that. But like, she was stuck in that energy before of like some guy that wasn't talking to her, that hasn't talked to her, that doesn't respond, that doesn't come around, that doesn't do any motherfucking thing except for be elusive in the energies of divine masculine, which doesn't mean that he's not your divine masculine. It doesn't mean he's not your twin flame, but he's not being the emperor. He's not protecting you. He's not providing for you. He's not in his authority, and that doesn't mean that he won't ever be. But you got to let go of the energy of like staying in this like being obsessed about it or thinking about it so much or wondering about it so much. Like this says worry, mental illness, anguish, feeling hopeless, dark thoughts, guilt, remorse, regret. Like it's under the surface, this stuff. And I get it. It's not easy. It's fucking easier said than done. And a lot of it is subconscious level. But if he is ever going to be that guy that I just mentioned, like showing up with all these fucking gifts and taking you out and just feeling like that excitement again, it's gonna come from you recognizing the stuff under the surface that's been blocking you from being the sucker in the life that's like, okay, these things aren't what I want, like, and knowing that you deserve better. You've got the key. You're intelligent enough to have the clarity and the insights to break out and to unlock yourself from the situation where it's like you're not getting what you want, like you deserve a lot more. And until you acknowledge that and really think that and feel that, you're not going to see that. And when you do truly feel that and have that within you, you will see that. And it might come from him or it might come from someone else. It doesn't, and it shouldn't matter. It should really not matter. I think a lot of people have gotten hung on to the idea of one person. I think the twin flame label has been a detriment to many people. And I'm just being honest with you. Like, you deserve love. You deserve to feel like wanted. You deserve to go out to dinner. You deserve to have nice gifts. You deserve to have those boundaries. Look, the feminine of air. She's quick-witted. She's strong. She has that inner strength within her. And she's got those boundaries to be like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And when she does, she finds her divine partner. She defines the person that's in sync with her, with that mutual attraction that's going to go the extra mile to bring you a fucking rubber ducky and to do things that are specific to you. Like, maybe you don't give a shit about a rubber ducky, but she did. She really did. And she's like, oh my God, like, you deserve that. We all deserve that. We all deserve somebody that pays attention and makes us feel this 9 of Cup energy, content, like our wishes fulfilled, to feel that gratitude, that satisfaction, to feel the good life, to go out and eat something with somebody, to see somebody, to spend time that's like, wow, this is nice. Somebody that collaborates with us. So rather than trying to label him either way, try to label yourself as like, I'm divine feminine regardless. It doesn't matter who's my divine masculine, but as divine feminine who's out here living my life and being creative and doing my work and showing up for myself and knowing that I deserve this and knowing what I want, that is going to be the key to manifesting those things that I want. But if I sit here feeling sad and labeling somebody that's not showing up and waiting for somebody that's not showing up, then I'm blocking myself from that too, because I'm entertaining it and I'm sticking around within it and I'm still like, like, oh, well. And I've seen you go through the highs and the lows with it. I've seen you get upset with him and then be okay with him. And I get it because I've done it too. But it's time to make a decision for you. It's time to completely decide, like, what choice that you want to come to terms with. Like, what are you going to do? so that you can fully embody that status of being on your own, in your freedom. You're sophisticated, you're satisfied, you're mature, you're receiving things, and that's going to be what attracts somebody else on that level, to have that social gathering with, to have that nice friendship with, to have the good times together, to collaborate and to celebrate, and to feel like, wow, this is something that has potential to go somewhere. Because right now, there's like, what has the potential to go somewhere? There isn't anything happening. So you deserve somebody that is showing up. You deserve somebody that is giving you attention and energy, that's going to bring you justice. So this says cause and effect, bareness, balance, and truth. I feel like this is going to be a time of you awakening. Like, the more that you're working on yourself and you're dedicating your time to like this new stuff and like making content and working and doing those things, you're going to realize, and you're going to be awakening and taking action, forgiving what he hasn't done, what he has done, but also forgiving yourself for even entertaining it to this degree or this long, because that's also helping to keep it go this long. Like, just letting it be, and keep thinking about it and showing up for it. Whether or not you're showing up physically or emotionally, you're still showing up for it. So now's the time to make that decision for the rebirth, and to know that like my actions cause a reaction in the reality around me. And the more that I'm putting up with this stuff, the more I'm probably going to end up waiting for things that aren't serving. So becoming more independent at this time, I feel like, is the key for you to finding the stability and enduring in a better place, to have that willpower and the fortitude, and to find the right people that are going to celebrate you. Look, networking, marketing, social media, publicity, fame, expanding exposure. I feel like you're either going to find the right person, or he'll finally see that like something will shift within you, so that he can see that shift within you, so that he can communicate with you and show up to connect with you. But he's not going to do it if you're anxious about it, or if you're thinking about it, or overthinking about it, or over analyzing it. Just go out and live your best life, and focus on being deserving of these types of things, like happiness, flowers, contentment, reconciliation, true love, somebody that's emotionally invested in you, that's giving you the time of day and making you feel fulfilled, isn't making you question your value and your worth. You're not sitting there magnifying glass like, what is this connection, what is this thing? It's just, you'll just know. It'll be the perfect timing, but things are going to manifest for you when they're supposed to. So try not to freak out about it. Just trust that everything's coming together when it's meant to. All right, so what was the other question? Boop, 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 boop. Will a cord cutting ritual that you provide help me with this? I think the cord cuttings help with cutting away from stuff that's not serving anymore. I definitely feel like it can help you, but it's also a decision within. Like, you have to decide, do I really want to hold on to this anymore, or am I ready to let go of it? And then when you decide to do that, doing something like a cord cutting can help immensely to cut the energetic cords of it, and be that reminder that you've done so. But it will still be your responsibility afterwards to not keep going back and reconnecting, because every time you think about it, or you look at stuff, or you get little reminders, cords reform. So you want to keep up with cutting cords on a regular basis for that type of stuff. The twin. Their eyes never change. I know. I think just knowing that you need to cut away too is going to be helpful for you to cut away. All right, so can I get a reading for abundance? I want to save up money for a trip in 2025. Got to plan. All right. Doop boop boop a doop. Can I get a reading for abundance? I want to save up money for a trip in 2025. All right, so we get the Knight of Pentacles. It says dedicated, hardworking, a valuable asset. So I feel like basically they're saying if you want to save up for a trip and stuff like that, it's just going to take dedication and hard work. It might take you a little while because like the Knight is a slow mover. But if you stay committed and eager to learn, honing your craft, and taking classes and workshops. And again, you don't have to pay for classes and workshops. There's so many free webinars and teachers and YouTube channels and things out there that can literally teach you anything ever that you ever motherfucking want to know, that will teach you those things, like what's the best way to become more lucrative in this way or that way, or what's a side hustle for this. But figuring out what works for you, because that's the thing that like a lot of people is like, you got to do what makes sense for you, that you feel like you want to be dedicated to, that is something that's like, this interests me. Like if you have no interest in something, trying to work at it is probably not going to work out for you, because you probably quit it, or you just won't do a good job at it. So find the things that interest you. And then the Nine of Cups says jackpot, dream job, personal fulfillment. I feel like right now is a time of being dedicated to working on the stuff that you're working on, but also figuring out like how to improve upon it and grow it, and do the stuff that needs to be done on the back end of it so that it can continue to do what it needs to do. And this is maybe end up the dream job for you that's going to help you to branch out and move onwards to bigger and better things. Like you might find that, oh wow, like this thing takes me to this thing and this thing takes me to that thing. You're going to have some like reassessing of your goals and changes of plans, but that's natural, especially when you first start off. Like I don't think anybody who first starts their YouTube channel off like keeps it exactly the same till the very end. It's always it's like it just grows and it evolves, because everybody evolves and grows. But even if you decide to do it in a different way or in a different avenue, or you're doing other things, I feel like that right now is a time of just slowly plugging away and growing and learning and becoming passionate, so that you can enjoy all of the things that you're doing. And when you do a YouTube channel, you kind of become like a jack of all trades, because it's not just recording a video. You've got to edit the video, you've got to upload the video, you've got to do the back end shit of the video, you've got to make the fucking stuff that goes along with it, you got to promote it, you got to have social media, you got to know a lot of shit that goes connected to it. And I feel like when you really learn all of those parts of it, you start putting all those pieces together, you may even be able to take that and turn that into more abundance for yourself too, because you can help other people. Look, helping hand. You can be like, oh, I can help you with posting this or editing that or bop it a boop, whatever part of it you really like. Usually there's something that we really like within it, and maybe not so much. Like you like writing the scripts. You could write scripts for other people that don't like writing scripts. But I feel like you might get a bonus or a raise, or you might just find other opportunities to create abundance by recognizing the talents that you naturally have, or the things that you naturally enjoy doing. Like you could put yourself out on Fiverr and be like, I'll write a script for your YouTube video about these types of topics that you really like, right? Like a spiritual one, or, reviews of shows, or whatever it is that you're interested in. But niching it down into something specific that you really enjoy can open the opportunity for you to manifest abundance in those areas, and be very specific with it, and do something that feels exciting for you. It may even end up taking over and you just start doing just those, like you find that like, I really like this so much, I'm just going to keep doing this. But it's up to you. You got to trust your vibes and your artistic endeavors. This is a message of hope, and the world event's a final destination. I feel like you will end up traveling to where you want to go to, but it's just a matter of you trusting the vibes that are going to lead you there. And sometimes there may be setbacks, or there may be things that don't work out for you, but I feel like if you trust and you strategize correctly at this time, things can get to where you want to be. You can have a joyful activity, a celebration of life, and abundance that's going to be manifesting from your positive expectations and the clarity that you have about hitting the mark, and setting those clear intentions on yourself. Like, okay, this is what I enjoy doing. And sometimes it just takes like figuring it out. Like a lot of times we don't know until we do something that we like it or we don't like it, but they're wanting you to strategize at this time and trust and know that by taking the time to be strategic and plan things out and keep showing up in the consistent way, things will keep getting better for you. You will start to see results in one way or another, whether it's specifically on the channel, or if it's like you start seeing results in other areas, because you're doing the work and you're showing up for yourself and you're doing what needs to be done. You will start to see the results. We also have clear your energy, stop, drop, and realign with your highest. So, I do feel like you may be being called to clear your energy for a reason, like you may want to do some cord cutting. You may want to clear out energy. You've got healing here again, which says schedule healing work. So, you may be best to do some healing. Oh, and plan it out. So plan in that as well. Not even just necessarily right now. Plan in that you're going to regularly do meditation, that you're regularly going to do like energy healing, that you're regularly going to get stuff done for yourself. Like, I'm going to take a bath on this day. I'm going to do this guided meditation on this day. Or every night before bed, I'm going to listen to this thing. Or just something that's going to help you to schedule in that work that's planned within there, because it's time to get more serious for yourself. But if you don't keep planning in that like healing, sometimes we get bogged down, and then we set ourselves back and things don't work out for us. We also have network, connect with others. And I saw you say you would like to connect with others or work with others. So like I said, there'd be the right people out there for you to work with. That makes sense. All right. But you're the expert within yourself, and look at the blessings in your life. This is a fresh start here for you, so stay grounded and keep working. And we got networking again. Find the right people that make sense to work with you. Infinite support is here. Your angels are with you. Your ancestors are with you. But just be crystal clear that you know what you're doing. You're planning it out, and your visibility is going to rise. Be, good with your branding. Be good with your consistency. But this is going to help you to find the wealth. You're surrounded by abundance, so know that it's there. And marketing, get more visible. So keep putting it out there. Don't just put it out in one place, put it out in multiple places. And don't just put it out one time. Like I do that, but like you'd be better off to be like, oh wow, see this video I made? Let me promote it like 10 times, because the people here on TikTok at 7 a.m. aren't the people here at TikTok at 9 p.m. People on Facebook, same thing. And days of week. Like you can literally schedule for Instagram and Facebook for free with Meta. They have the Meta scheduler. You can change the post up a little bit, like try it out and see, like, all right, this time I'm going to post the actual link to the video with this description, but on this time, on this day, I'm going to post a picture with a description in the link, and on this day I'm going to post a rail from that video with the blah blah blah, with that telling them the link in the bio to go to see the full video. And I'm going to do that for like the whole month, or the whole week. If I make one video a week, I'm going to promote that video all week, but in multiple ways. And then I'm also going to have other content in there that's not just promoting, or isn't just based off of that, because it's like you got to have the 70-30 split. 70% is supposed to be entertaining, educational, or value in some way for people. And then 30% of it is supposed to be like marketing and advertising. So you want to like mix those things up depending on what you're creating and promoting. But, keep putting things out there. Don't just try once and then that's it. Keep showing it over and over and over in the multiple places that they have. I think you can also schedule on TikTok now too, like schedule in advance. I don't know where else you can schedule in advance, but you can schedule in advance in a lot of places. But yeah, this is a prophecy of becoming more aligned, coming out of the follower energy, but also realizing like, what would you like as a follower of yours? Look through the eyes as a follower of yourself, because that's going to help you to be more visible too. Look at it as like, would I stop and look at this? Would I stop and like this? Would I stop and pay attention to this? Or, things like that. But you're going to become more elegant, more poised, and more directive. Have faith that you're going towards your unity and wholeness, and have fun, play. Don't make it a big deal. But definitely cleansing, healing energy is necessary at this time, because that's going to help you to be more calm, tranquil, and relaxed. And bring you to more luck and abundance and blessings. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps. Awesome sauce. Good. I know someone that does it, but it's like $2,000 and I don't have money like that. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff you can do too. Hello, Paloma. Okay, I'm gonna do Paloma now, and then yes, what did she say? Open to messages, trying to see where to go next. Okay, all right, thinking of getting a cord cutting big time and want to level up. Yeah, they definitely want you to do some sort of healing work. Lifestyle videos, yeah, and you can explore and try things out, see what works and what doesn't work. All right, so I'm gonna do Paloma now, and what did she say? She would John to YouTube. Awesome sauce. So trying to see where to go next. Okay, so Paloma wants to know where to go next. She's open to receiving where to go next. Jesus. Get the zombie spirit again, which is like control, emptiness, submission. That's what he looks like. What's going on with the zombie? I feel like you may be feeling kind of like controlled or empty at this time, not feeling very well. Yeah, decay, rotten stagnation. I feel like things have just been feeling kind of stuck and like ickiness for you at this time. But it's coming to the end, okay? So it says ending death. So that's a good time. It's like it's a good thing. You're coming to the end of feeling stuck, of feeling like you're decaying, of feeling icky. And it's been a time of you to reflect, so you could figure out what to deflect. So you can figure out what needs your focus and what needs to be cleared away. So you're having clarity, awareness, and a new truth that's manifesting for you, so you can become the leader and recognize and feel respect for yourself and receive respect from others. You're putting up your defenses. You're becoming more tactful. You're becoming more guarded in a way that's helpful and healthy for you. Because like when we say guarded, I think a lot of people think of that as like, oh, I don't want to be guarded. But no, guarded is good, because there's a lot of people out there take fucking advantage of you and leave you feeling like, I've been too submissive. I'm not fucking blah. Right? We don't want to do that. So I feel like you're learning how to be like this. Look, like she's a badass bitch. She does what she needs to do so that she's not endlessly waiting in illusion and she's not stuck here, okay? So you're taking your fate and your destiny into your own hands, and you are becoming more receptive and intuitive to nurture yourself, and it's going to bring you to the fated meetings. That's going to bring you to the soulmate, to the divine counterpart. It's going to help you to leave things that have been frozen, delayed, and stagnant, where you've been longing for stuff that's not serving, right? So no more mischiefness, no more messed up. You're going to be able to have playfulness. You're going to be able to be joyful. You're going to be able to awaken the fantasies, and get through this time of like the goblins and the nightmares and the just like the not good shit. Reawakening that innocence inside of yourself so you can bring in a good time. You're at this crossroads, and I feel like you've been at the place where it's like things weren't working out for you. You might have been dealing with demons and darkness. You may have been feeling tormented by your shadow self. You may have been burdened and feeling the hardship of different lessons, but now you're learning. You've got to protect yourself. You've got to be the guardian for yourself. You've got to intimidate others so that they don't mess with you. And that's going to open up the doorway to gifts and generosity and assistance from the Great Spirit, okay? But it is time for you to enjoy yourself. It is time for you to find that new identity and that new vibration of your soul essence, so that you can become wild and untamed and you can have your desires met. This is the werewolf spirit. So it's like figuring out what makes you feel fiery inside, creating something different, and being that grounded nature like presence, being the spirit of nature. Your ancestors are also with you, and you're finding the grace and the elegance, the poise to heal and to reconcile and to forgive and to come into a place of unconditional love, which is going to help you to bring in conditional love from the external. We also have revenge, despair, tragic romance. I feel like there's a caution here. It's like you've had some stuff that didn't work out so well, and it's like it's time to let those things go, because it's just going to hurt you, right? And it just means like it's time to forgive, right? We don't want to go towards things that don't serve us anymore. We want to go towards things that fill us up and fuel us up. So you're changing your perception. You're having foresight at this time that's going to give you an advantage to go through the ascension, to progress. So, and it's like you took the long way home, but you're finding your way home, and you're finding the ways to protect yourself so that you're not burdened and held back anymore. There may have been rivals or people or gossips, people that were just kind of cunning and not good, sly, strategic bullshit around you, that I feel like is getting cut away. It's the ending of. And yeah, you're going to be surprised by the big shifts that are happening for you. And you may even receive some sort of email, communication, text, or phone call that's going to be like exciting. It's something that you're manifesting. It could be a promise or a contract or a commitment, because you're fertile. You're coming out of those old ending energies, those old waiting energies, those old stagnant energies, and you're going to start seeing the balance and the justice for recognizing your value and your worth, cleansing and healing and letting go of that old bullshit, returning to your guiding light. And there's predictions here that I feel like, yeah, you're just letting go of those old decaying crap. You're awakening, and you're going to find the fated energy that you're meant to have. So you got to have that wholeness and that faith within you, and know that like you went through this all for a reason, but it is bringing you to something better in the future. Yep, it's the spirit of the rabbit. You're going to be very fertile over these next few weeks and months. Um, and then we have unrealistic delusions, not as it seems. I feel like things that you were holding on to before, it wasn't as it seemed. You may have put like a air around things that just weren't working for you, and now you're seeing clearly, and you're on the journey of relocation. You're moving on. You're figuring it out. You're resurrecting, and any unclear confusion or shadiness is going to be released from you, so that you can have better power and strength and confidence moving forward, and you can attract in the right people and opportunities and experiences that feel good. Yeah, spirit of the fire, passion, creativity, like a spark is coming for you. And the spirit of the wind, this is activity, movement, disruption. Something big is happening, something sparking within the energies, and it's going to help you to find where you belong. We also have the spirit of the wolf coming through too, so trust your instincts as you're moving forward. Know that things are working out for you. Trust and believe that, because if you doubt that, then that's what you're going to see. But yeah, there's angels with you. Angelic help, miraculous aid. Somebody's stepping in to help you. So pay attention to the spiritual communication that's coming for you, because I feel like it's up to you too. Like if you ignore the signs, or you allow yourself to slip back down into inner conflict, or you don't, trust, then you may end up going right back into old patterns, or just staying stuck in old energies. But right now, your optimism is going to help you to be aggressive towards the shift that needs to happen. So remember that, and trust that things can very rapidly change. A miracle can occur in any moment, but you have to let go of that inner conflict and that sadness, or that anger, or that resentment, or anything that's in there that doesn't serve you. Try to get back into being kind and considerate for yourself, and having patience, taking time out for stillness. But the best partnership, the best union is manifesting for you. You're going to be hitting the mark. So set that intention and trust, and know that true prosperity is on its way, material wealth is on its way, but it's going to be coming as you follow the synchronicity, the divine intelligence, and also pay attention to cause and effect. Like if I'm sitting here in this Nine of Swords upset energy and I'm feeling blah, then the effect of that will be more blah. But if I'm sitting here in my strength and my confidence, then the outcome of that would be like, yeah. But if I don't, then it won't. So it's up to you to determine that too, by the energy that you're rippling out. Try to get rid of any anxiety, sleepless nights, any doubts, any of this Ten of Air, like everything's breaking up, everything bad, it's all blah, 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 nothing ever works out for me. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, and know that it was for a reason. Trust and strategize as you move forward to see that the universe is helping you and supporting you to take you to where you're exactly meant to be, or it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't happen. Whatever's happened is happening for a reason, but your inner conflict will delay the peace. It will delay the good. So ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. I feel like you might have needed some time too to just sit in your ideas, and a time to not be taking too much action. But now it's a time to come out of that ice, and it's time to know that you are entitled to good things. You are entitled to take action towards your dreams coming true, and towards coming out of this energy of like ickiness. Yeah, anywhere you've been stifled, anywhere you've been blocked, it's your choice at this time to find the right place, to find the right people, and to adapt into this new energy. Reading between the lines of things too, like no more getting lost or stuck. Like read between the lines, right? Like don't let yourself get burnt out. Have healthy boundaries. Say no to things that don't serve you. Take a shot towards what feels good. But don't be tempted into things that, like, have the potential to bring you back into stuff that you don't want to be in. Don't suspend yourself in the old ideas, the old feelings, like the bleeding heart. Don't be a bleeding heart. Go out and have good time, so that you don't end up burnt again, so that you don't end up, hurt over and over. It's time to clean up the dirty laundry within and around, so that good vibes can manifest. And trusting your feminine side, all the experiences that you've been through have helped you to become more mature, and they've helped you to heal that bleeding heart, and they're helping you to come out of that time of regret and feeling like, tired. There's gifts that have come from these times that you've been through, but things are going to get better for you. So hone in on that knowing and trust. I feel like your judgment has been clouded in the past, but there is a wake-up call that's coming. A second chance. Results are pending right now, but something is coming for you. As long as you have that clarity of mind and trust, and know that it's coming, and that you deserve it. Okay? But if you sit in the afflicted toxic energy, it's going to be delayed. So get hungry for the joy and the peace and the commitment and the love and the good things that can be in your reality. Get curious and adaptable. Whew. Hi, Sirius. Yeah. Yep. Yep, you're going towards your victory. Congratulations. Victory, recognition, success, pride of achievement, milestone. And you're finding balanced relationships, kindness, care, equal give and take, generosity, accept. So you're going to start seeing the right people, the right opportunities, the right places, the right time, and success in all of those areas. But you've got to believe it up here, feel it in here, and allow it out here for it to manifest, okay? Yeah, let go of those fears or those doubts or holding on to the old stuff of feeling rejected or the old turmoil, feeling alienated, the harsh conditions, the financial ruin, the losses, the breakups, the negative change. If you hold on to that, these other good things can't come. So let those go, and starts up in the mind with the epiphany, the clarity, the I can create a whole new reality. And like the things I talked about in here tonight, like you would also benefit from writing your reality out, like scripting your whole month or your whole year. Script your week at a time, however you need to do it, but script your reality and trust and know that you can make your wishes come true when you do that. And it can swiftly, quickly go there if you allow to make that decision for yourself and commit to doing it. Be that Hierophant. You have the key, but you got to break out of that. Like they don't even need a key. There's no lock on that. You just block yourself from your ultimate fulfillment if you keep thinking the ways of the old. So shift your mindset, shift your energy, trust and know that things are coming together for you, but it's going to be dependent on your action and your words and your emotions. What? Hi. Okay? This is serious. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Serious. Oh, we got 11. Thank you for the 11 likes. And thank you for the 11 peoples. Can you say hello, peoples? He wants to participate. The wild geese are here now also. They're early. Nice. It just reminded me of all the people talking about the geese being eaten. I saw something right before I came on here tonight about people eating geese, and I don't know. But like the wild geese are here. The doggy. The geese. Today Jenny saw, what did Jenny see? Jenny saw ospreys today. Hi, 7-Eleven. Come on. This one's 7-Eleven. Say hello, 7. Say hello. This is the 7-Eleven. See? Hi, 7. Oh, she's so sad. Hello. Hello. She's so happy. Oh, hi. Wanna come up? It's a big chunky boy? No? Monoman's big chunky boy. Monoman's a big chunky boy. You okay? Can we pick you up? No? He doesn't want to come up. All right. Well, hopefully this helped everybody. I will do another live for free reading soon. I promise. I am going to be doing another live for my Patreon too, that I just have to tell them about the date that I set for it. But maybe I'll do it that day after that, because I was going to do it next Thursday, I think, for like 5 p.m. for them. But I was going to do it through YouTube in a way that's like unlisted, because there's one person in there that wants to go to it, but they don't want to be face-to-face on camera. So I was going to do it in that way, but I could do it with them, take a little bit of a break, and then come on here and do like free live readings for people over here. So I might do that. Who's the youngest one? Alcyon and 7-Eleven are the youngest. Sirius is next. Then Honey Bunny, which is downstairs with my dad. Then Monoman, and then Sadie Lady. Got lots of wieners. But Honey Bunny and 7-Eleven and Alcyon are from the same litter, and they were the last of the wieners that came. But yeah. So what is today? Boop. 5-1. Boop boop. Boop boop boop. What is today? No. This is my mom's phone. I don't think there's a calendar in here. I have a thing. The 19th. Yeah, so on the 19th, I'm probably going to be doing like an early live on my Patreon. I might come over here afterwards and do like a free one for people. But yeah, I will talk to you guys then. And what'd you say? On the way to Brazil for the winter, the Austrian. Oh, I thought you were on the way to Brazil. I'm like, are you on a plane? Taking the plane? Nice. All right. So, yes, I will be back next Thursday for some free readings, and I will put the event out beforehand. I know. I wish I was going south for some more. Look at that. Maybe we will be. Journey, relocation, moving on. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Trust your instincts. You are fierce. We're gonna have a windfall of wealth, so we can travel somewhere far, far away. New chapter, new development, unfinished business. We got to write those things. So like I said throughout this for everybody, write that shit down. Write it down. And it will happen for you. But I'm going to go and let the dogs out, get them a treat, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In Mune. Namaste. Yes, a tropical place.